So the Greenwood Project's mission and vision is to see a financial industry without barriers to entry and advancement for people of color. And we do that by working with high school kids in their junior year of high school, pretty much staying with them for 6 summers in a row all the way through college, graduation, getting a paid, meaningful career experience every summer till they land a full-time job. And started in 2016, been growing exponentially with 5 kids initially and 5 firms in 2016 to now work with over 550 young people, and we have like 50 corporate partners now. So we're heading into 2022 back in person for the first time in 2 years after COVID and all that stuff. But 220 young people, that's 100 college and 120 high school. It's our biggest cohort so far. We have some major partnerships with like Citadel, FTX, and other firms. So we've grown a lot of, not just on the student side, but on the corporate side. We're also expanding outside of Chicago to New York, Denver, and other places. So we're sending college kids to other cities, like pretty much anywhere, for the summer. In 2023, we're sending kids to London as well. Again, kids from the south and west side of Chicago who otherwise would not be able to access opportunities abroad and travel and stuff like that. So the story for us is just growth. We kind of like doubled in size since 2021. And again, biggest cohort so far on the high school and college side. There's a young man, Hayes is his name. He met us like 3 summers ago. He was a rising junior at the time in college. We got him 2 internships in the summer with us the years prior. He got an interview at Piper Sandler and did really well. Went to New York, got a full-time offer. He just got promoted. He's in the sales and trading space for fixed income, but he's on a fast track to being promoted again and running his own desk. But he's a young man from Inglewood on the south side of Chicago who is working at a firm now he had never heard of before the Greenwood Project. He's the first in his family to go to college, first to move to New York, first to get a job in finance. We, give them funded brokerage accounts. He was the first to become an investor as well, first to travel to New York with us, and he's just doing amazing things. He's going to London with me at the end of June to just talk to more firms over there about partnership. But, his younger brother wants to be like him now. So I think what we see is a ripple effect to what we're doing in one family. So we're literally breaking generations of like lack of access and opportunity to careers in finance and to start building generational wealth in one summer sometimes. Because Hayes, again, his younger brother is going to be in our program. And one thing we see every summer is the number of siblings and family members keeps increasing every year from the high school all the way to college, because they're going back home and telling their siblings and family members about us. They're going back to the community and saying, hey, I went to New York with Greenwood. I live and work in New York now. I rang the opening bell of NASDAQ Stock Exchange, and their friends are saying, I want to do that too. So I think recruiting wise, we're attracting so many young people from across the country because alumni from our program is going back to school, high school and college, and telling everybody about us. Getting students in the door of these firms is one thing. We've kind of like mastered that program now, that process. But once they start working, we have close to 100 alumni now across the industry in different roles. We don't laser focus on, say, asset management or just fintech. We place students middle office, front office, back office, across the firm. But they have questions. How do I ask for a raise? I want to move to New York. How do I have that conversation? I'm the only person of color in my group. How do I deal with that? So they come back to Greenwood because we describe ourselves as a family, not an organization or a program per se. So they always feel comfortable coming back and asking me questions. So what we've done is partner with firms who we work with now and say, hey, this young person wants to have this particular job in 5 years. Can you show them a path forward to sponsorship and mentorship? So we ask these companies for access to their C-level employees. Like, we want them to mentor these young people. One quick stat around that, almost all the young people that started as interns at these firms who now work full-time, they're still at that same company. And I think for us, over time, we envision changing the industry so it looks like the world by literally sprinkling, these seeds across the industry at all these firms, and they're gonna start rising to the top like Hayes is right now. And when he needs interns and he wants to hire, guess where he's going to come? He's going to come back to Greenwood. So I think over time we could have a really meaningful impact on the way diversity, attraction of talent and retention is done in the industry. And we want our young people to see people who look like themselves doing this stuff, because representation matters big time. but we also need corporate partners to open up their doors. We have a waiting list of kids who want to be in the program, but we can't take them. We just don't have the capacity to deliver that size of the program. So again, funding of course matters, but internships matter, and just advocacy. We're asking firms to just tell other firms about us. This year, Citadel came in as a big sponsor for our high school program and fintech program with FTX as well in the crypto space, because our young people are super interested in crypto. They're like an education partner there. So, we're trying to access opportunity across the board, trying to get in front of the careers that the kids will have one day that just probably don't exist yet. But fintech in particular has become a big growth area for us. But again, we just appreciate more partners who believe in the mission, want to support it, and give access to more opportunity for our young people.